Coming up on the Q30 Newscast, burglaries in the village dorms are causing a scare on campus. We have the details on the ongoing investigation.
Plus, a new restaurant opens in place of an old Hampden favorite. We have an inside look.
The news starts now.
Live from the Ed McMahon Center, this is the Q30 News Nightcast.
Good afternoon, Quinnipiac, and welcome to the Q30 Newscast. I'm Nicolette Finelli.
And I'm Sarah Fidel.
Hampden police are investigating multiple burglaries and attempted robbery in the village suites at Quinnipiac this past weekend. Police say one of the incidents involved someone entering the dorm by cutting the screen of an open window while two female residents were sleeping. 2 laptops and an Xbox were taken from the suites. Police say a male was seen fleeing the dorm, but no identification was made.
2 Quinnipiac students turned their passion for film and comedy into a YouTube channel. Q30 News' Liv Dufo tells us more about how these students use this passion to create Hello Generic.
Meet Ian Lastarino and Alexander Farquharson, 2 Quinnipiac students who own a very popular YouTube channel by the name of Hello Generic. The channel started when Ian and a bunch of his high school friends decided to make this a hobby when they were bored.
I was getting together with a few friends and we were literally just like, hey, let's make a YouTube channel. So we all got together at my friend's house, came up with a bunch of names, and the one that stuck was Hello, My Name is Generic. So for the longest time, that was our name until we filed for a trademark.
Unfortunately, the trademark was unsuccessful as Viacom trademarked Hello, My Name Is, causing the channel name to be Hello Generic. Alec joined Ian freshman year during Hurricane Irene, and they now direct, write, and edit the videos together. Having the channel helped Ian become more interested in film.
I actually didn't realize I was interested in film until I started filming for a YouTube channel. I don't know what prompted me.
95% of the videos are comedic because it is what they're known for, but most of them are different sketch comedies. Hello Generic is currently working on a 5-part feature-length drama film and a video game series.
To be popular, you need a wide range of people, so that's why we started doing the video game stuff, is because that's a whole crowd of the internet that we weren't touching before. Some
of their videos have been featured on several sites, including meme-based. They mention how the videos have been popular because they relate their stuff to today's society.
So you gotta do something that you know people will like. Make a reference to popular culture, or buy a bunch of pies and throw them at people.
Hello Generic plans on uploading more videos in the upcoming days. I'm Liv Dufo, Q30 News.
A Quinnipiac student is injured after losing part of his ear in an alleged assault Friday night outside Ondelay's Bar on Whitney Avenue. Hampden police say the 19-year-old student got into an argument with a group of people inside the bar. When the group left the bar, the fight allegedly turned physical. The student's friends brought him to QU Health Services around 2:30 a.m., where he was then taken to Yale New Haven Hospital for further treatment. Stay tuned with Q30 News for more updates on the story.
Last Thursday, Quinnipiac, QU's student-run public relations organization, hosted the Passionately Pink for the Cure. This is the 3rd year Quinnipiac hosted this event, and it was the first year it took place in the Piazza. Proceeds from Passionately Pink for the Cure go towards the Susan G. Komen Foundation, a non-profit charity organization that raises money for breast cancer research. Quinnipiac set a goal for at least $3,000 from this year's event. People who attended could buy $5 pink hair extensions, raffle tickets, or a $1 dedication sheet to honor a person who is suffering or has suffered from breast cancer. And the quad was awash in purple and pie this weekend, as Alpha Chi Omega hosted its 16th annual Frisbee Fest. Teams that participated in the event competed to win the Frisbee Fest championship and could even pie an Alpha Chi Omega sister for $1. All the proceeds from the event went to the Greater New Haven Domestic Violence Shelter. According to Quad News, Alpha Chi Omega raised over $38,000 from last year's Frisbee Fest, and they hope to exceed that amount when they announce their totals next month.
Out with the old and in with the new. Griff's Chicken Shack closes its doors and Bubba's Barbecue opens. Q30 News reporter Taylor Poplars has more.
Quinnipiac students like their food, so when Griff's Chicken Shack on Whitney Avenue unexpectedly closed its doors this August, who would take its place was a popular question. The answer? Bubba's Barbecue. owned and operated by Mike Petrillo.
Well, I've been in the restaurant business all my life. I figured maybe that would be attractive to the people in the area.
And so far, having been open since Friday, October 11th, business has been good.
We offer salads, burgers, wings, plus the traditional ribs and chicken.
All food, Mike hopes, will attract both residents of Hamden and students.
If I gear up towards the college and make it appealing to the college kids, I think it would be, I'd have a good chance of having a successful business.
Another hopeful addition, having his family help him. Corey Beal is Mike's niece and helps run the front counter.
I hope it does well. He's in a great place. A lot of college kids come here, so I think it'll really pick up and go somewhere.
And to her, working with family is special in its own way.
We get to watch him grow with the company, and we're here to help him.
Mike and his family are hoping Bubba's will become a new member of the family of eateries here in Hamden. They're not looking to beat out their competition, but instead to blend right in with them.
I try not to pay any attention to anybody, and I got to worry what I do. I got to make sure the food's fresh and it's going out the right way.
For first-time customer and Hamden resident Deacon Ron Gurr, Bubba's is a nice addition to the community, one that he hopes will succeed.
Once you get entrenched here and you develop a reputation, it needs to be pristine. People here are very, very choosy about where they wish to dine.
Now that the door to Bubba's Barbecue is open, Mike wants people to come in so he can prove what many customers are wondering.
I'm anxious to find what their food's like, too.
For the Q30 Newscast, I'm Taylor Populars.
Coming up next on the Q30 Newscast, is the government shutdown finally coming to an end? We'll fill you in on the details.
And an earthquake causes destruction in the Philippines. Our own Liv Dufo has the story and more in World News.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Join us on November 3rd at 10 a.m. for the second annual Bobcat Dash, a 3-mile obstacle course race starting at Mount Carmel campus and ending on York Hill. Teams of 4 will go over hurdles, power through a bouncy house, trek through water, and much more. Prizes will be awarded for top male and female and best costume. Register your team for free at www.imleagues.com to be a part of the race of a lifetime. Be the one to survive the Bobcat Dash.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
Senate leaders proposed a deal Wednesday afternoon to end the 16-day government shutdown as the possibility of a national default is getting closer. The agreement would fund the federal government through January 15th and extend the debt ceiling through February 7th. It also calls for a long-term budget plan agreement by mid-December. The House is also expected to meet Wednesday afternoon to vote on this proposal. The House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi said she guarantees the bill will be passed. Stay tuned with Q30 News for more updates on the government shutdown.
A $10 million grant is on its way to a New Haven train station to accommodate a new high-speed rail line. Q30 News reporter Elijah Westbrook has the latest on this federal grant that will benefit many commuters in the future.
The Connecticut government is giving the all-aboard to New Haven State Street train station to build a second platform. The Department of Transportation says the need to build this platform is to reduce congestion at crossover points where the New Haven, Hartford, Springfield line would operate. Those who we spoke to believe the platform will be useful for commuters who use the line.
I would say in general it probably would help.
The addition of the second platform not only will provide more service at this station, but will eliminate a choke point where the New Haven, Hartford, Springfield line will cross over. This means trains will be able to move faster and delays will be reduced significantly.
If we can encourage people to use public transportation because facilities are better, trains run better.
Even though commuters we spoke to say they never used the New Haven, Hartford, Springfield rail line, they believe that the money being used to build the second platform over there will be beneficial somewhere else.
Well, I would like to see it to go to the unfortunate, to you know, the better the kids, that's going to college.
Even so, the DOT says this project is currently in the works and the platform will be built by the time the new high-speed rail line is completed in the year 2016. In New Haven, Elijah Westbrook, Q30 News.
It's that time again where everyone seems to be catching a cold. Well, good news, students. The Student Health Center will be offering free flu shots to university students, faculty, and staff. The vaccines will be given out during 7 clinics scheduled to take place this fall on all 3 campuses. Shots will be offered at the North Haven campus from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., both today and tomorrow.
Injured U.S. veterans are now able to get back to participating in their favorite outdoor activities with an all-terrain wheelchair. This wheelchair is designed similar to a mini tank and is mobile in conditions off the road. It can move through mud, sand, snow, and through a foot of water. It can also reach speeds up to 4 miles per hour. This mobility can be costly. Prices range anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000 and is not covered by insurance. But an injured corporal from the war in Afghanistan uses this chair and said, quote, "It's made a huge difference. It's added that independence back to my life."
Now we're going to toss it over to Liv with World News.
Thanks, Nicolette and Sarah. Over 100 people are dead and close to 300 are injured after a 7.1 magnitude earthquake hit the Philippines early Tuesday morning. The Philippines news agency says most of the casualties were a result of being hit by debris. The earthquake was centered about 620 kilometers southeast of Manila and reached a depth of 20 kilometers. The most affected areas were the Bohol and Cebu provinces, and more than 10 aftershocks were reported. Despite the widespread damage, sources say power was restored to most of the affected areas. And the tensions between the Israelis and the Palestinians are increasing due to a recent discovery. The Israeli Defense Forces announced Sunday the Israeli army uncovered a tunnel that connects northern Gaza to the Israeli border. The Israeli army says they believe the tunnel would be used to kidnap soldiers or civilians to trade for Palestinian prisoners. The tunnel is located about 59 feet underground, runs over a mile long, and is wired for communications. Defense forces say this is the 3rd tunnel found near the security fence between Gaza and Israel in the past year. The recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize is drawing more attention to the Syrian conflict. On Friday, the Norwegian Nobel Committee awarded this year's Nobel Peace Prize to the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons. The committee chairman says the OPCW was awarded the prize because of their work in Syria to help eliminate their stockpile of chemical weapons. The Director General of the OPCW says he hopes this prize will help inspire further peace efforts in Syria. The OPCW started their work in Syria on October 1st, and they expect for all chemical weapons in Syria to be destroyed by mid-2014. That's all for World News. Be sure to tune into Q30 next week for continued global coverage. I'm Liv Dufo. Now back to you at the desk.
Connecticut State Police are investigating the alleged sexual assault of 2 female University of Connecticut students. The 2 women were reportedly assaulted at an off-campus party Friday night. A UConn student says the attackers snuck into the party and went into the backyard with the 2 women, and the victims told police they were forced into non-consensual sexual acts. UConn officials sent students an email saying to be careful because off-campus areas can be dark and dangerous at night. It is still unknown if the attackers were UConn students or if they just attended the party, but police are continuing to investigate this report. The New Jersey State Supreme Court is taking on the case of gay marriage, a topic that has been an issue in New Jersey courts for over a decade. New Jersey's top court agreed to hear Governor Chris Christie's administration's appeal of a lower court ruling from last month. That said, New Jersey must legalize gay marriage by October 21st.
Gay rights activists say they are glad to see the High Court take on the same-sex marriage, partly because it could increase pressure on lawmakers. Court officials say oral arguments will be held in early January. Governor Christie vetoed a law last year that would legalize same-sex marriage in New Jersey. Gay rights groups are pushing lawmakers to override the veto. The deadline to vote on this issue is January 14th. Coming up, our own Megan Coddington will tell us what this week's forecast will look like.
Stay tuned. Your full weather forecast is next.
I could really go for a Ray and Mike sub right now.
Come to Ray and Mike's and try our Philly chicken with cheese for just over $4, giant cheesesteak subs, and mouth-watering boar's head sandwiches for as low as $4.75. Q-Cash accepted just a mile down the road on Whitney, here at Ray and Mike's.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
Good evening, Quinnipiac. I'm Megan Coddington, and this is your weather update. Taking a look at the current temperatures, we have some cooler temperatures in the Midwest, and we see some warming up a little bit within the east. Now looking at the radar, and the local temperatures, we have the 60s across the state, and taking a look at the radar. Okay, tonight's forecast is going to be 56, mostly cloudy with south winds at 6 miles per hour. And entertainment tonight is the weather, but okay, 56 degrees, mostly cloudy with south winds at 6 miles per hour. Okay, now we have the 8-day forecast, and we have 60s across the week with a chance of precipitation towards next Thursday, and lows dropping into the 40s. Tomorrow's forecast, we're going to see 72 degrees with partially cloudy and winds at southwest at 9 miles per hour.
Thanks, Megan.
We turn now to a tragic story of a 6-year-old boy who drowned on a cruise ship during his family vacation. Carnival Cruise Line says the 6-year-old drowned in one of their in-deck pools on Sunday night while swimming with his 10-year-old brother. Witnesses say a nearby DJ was the first to see the boy struggling in the pool and then stop the music.
A guest jumped into the pool to rescue him, and Cruise Line staff attempted to revive the boy, but were unsuccessful. The Miami-Dade police are still investigating, but say the death is accidental. According to a Carnival spokesperson, there are no lifeguards on duty at the pools on Carnival cruise ships. Children under 13 are required to be supervised by an adult. Now we're going to toss it over to Nick with entertainment.
From a power duo hosting the Golden Globes
to the rock on Lauren Conrad's finger,
I'm Nick Amador.
And I'm Nicole Cyberry, and this is your Q30 Entertainment News.
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are coming back to the Golden Globes on Tuesday. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association
is on a lot of people's minds is, will you be
return
back
as co-host of the Golden Globes in both 2014 and 2015. At the Primetime Emmy Awards back in September, Fey hinted at their return during her red carpet interview with Ryan Seacrest. Fey and Poehler host the Golden Globes for the first time back in January, drawing in close to 20 million viewers, a 17% increase from the previous year. The Hollywood Foreign Press is expecting a very entertaining show when they return to their hosting duties on January 12th. 50 Shades of Grey is saying Later's baby to one of its stars. Charlie Hunnam will no longer be playing the role of Christian Grey in the upcoming film adaptation of the best-selling novel. Universal Pictures and Focus Features announced Hunnam's departure in a joint statement Saturday, saying his television schedule was not giving him enough time to prepare for the role. Sources say the attention from the film was too much pressure and the fame was not what Hunnam wanted for his career.
Casting rumors for the new Christian Grey include Matt Bomer, Ian Somerhalder, and Robert Pattinson, but no official replacement has been named. 50 Shades of Grey is scheduled to be released on August 1st of next year. And Lauren Conrad is going to be a bride. On Sunday, the former reality star announced her engagement to USC law student William Tell. Conrad shared the news on her blog saying, quote, "I am beyond thrilled. Get ready for lots more wedding content here on laurenconrad.com as we begin the planning process." The post also included a picture of the engagement ring, which experts told E! News is to be worth anywhere between $20,000 to $40,000. The couple began dating in February 2012 and Tell moved into her LA condo earlier this year. Now back to you guys.
What started out as a hunting trip with friends turned into a test of survival skills for one 72-year-old man. Gene Penaflor became lost in a California state park for 19 days, and he says he survived by eating squirrels and lizards. On September 24th, Penaflor was separated from his friend when he fell and hit his head as they were tracking deer. Rescue crews were unable to locate Penaflor and had to call off the search after 4 days when a storm blew in. He was found by other hunters and is now in good condition at home with his family.
Adrian Peterson is coping with the loss of his son with football. The Minnesota Vikings running back made the decision to play on Sunday, 2 days after his 2-year-old son died of alleged abuse. This is not the first time Adrian Peterson returned to work soon after the loss of a loved one. Peterson attended a testing event for potential NFL draft picks in 2007, the day after his brother passed away. Critics questioned his decision to play so soon after losing a child, but Peterson said, quote, "I'm able to function because of the peace and joy of knowing my loved ones are in a much better place."
After the break, we'll fill you in on the latest scores and updates in Quinnipiac sports.
Plus, an Olympic diver said his surprising I-dos over the weekend. We have the wedding details.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Join us on November 3rd at 10 a.m. for the second annual Bobcat Dash, a 3-mile obstacle course race starting at Mount Carmel campus and ending on York Hill. Teams of 4 will go over hurdles, power through a bouncy house, trek through water, and much more. Prizes will be awarded for top male and female and best costume. Register your team for free at www.imleagues.com to be a part of the race of a lifetime. Be the one to survive the Bobcat Dash.
The Bobcat Shop, located at 1010 Sherman Avenue in Hamden. Your #1 choice for Bobcat merchandise. The Bobcat Shop features 2 floors of countless styles and colors. With a full 19,000 square foot screen printing and embroidery operation on the premises, Campus Customs and Simplify can design and decorate any garment or promotional product as quickly as needed. Stop in and say hi.
Good afternoon, everyone. The women's ice hockey team swept Penn State over the weekend at High Point Solutions Arena. Cheyenne D'Arcangelo scored her first 2 goals as a Bobcat in Friday's 5-1 win. Junior goaltender Chelsea Layden made 24 stops to earn the victory. Quinnipiac completed the sweep with a 4-0 win on Saturday behind a Layden shutout. She made 14 saves over the shutout second of her weekend career. With the 2 victories, Quinnipiac improved 3-0 this season and travel to Maine next weekend. Men's soccer looks to dominate this season with Simon Hind as captain. Coach Eric DaCosta says he has seen more than just skills and optimism in Hind. His ability to lead the team, the Australian midfielder, already has netted 5 of the 7 goals this season and has proven he can transition from defenseman to offense. This year, Hind has more opportunities to attack the net. 2 of his 5 goals this season were game winners, and Hind attributes his success to work ethic and passion to lead. The men's soccer team will play Canisius at home on Saturday. Quinnipiac field hockey defeated Sacred Heart on Sunday, extending its winning streak to 8 games in a row. Here, freshman Kristen Engelke brings it down the field, passes to Rusin, and she scores. Some much-deserved celebration on the field after that play. Here, the duo make the same attack, Engelke making it past the goalie and assisted to the net by Rusin. Senior Jess Rusin's goal and assist led the Bobcats to their win. Her 32nd career goal put her past Heather Cady for the most goals in the program's history. Rusin needs just 2 points to match Cady's career total of 80. She and her teammates host Robert Morris on Friday at 3 p.m. That's all for your Q30 Sports to update. I'm Nikki Dorico. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Nikki. An Olympic diver is a married man. Greg Louganis, a 4-time Olympic gold medalist, married his partner Johnny Shio in California this past Saturday. The couple started dating in 2012 through Match.com and got engaged in April. Over 160 people attended the ceremony, and instead of bringing wedding presents, guests were asked to donate to the Human Rights Campaign and Mending Kids International.
In an interview before his wedding, Louganis said, quote, "It has been an incredible journey. I feel like we've been through a lifetime in a very short time." Lou Gaines announced on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 1995 he was a gay man and HIV positive.
That's all for the Q30 Newscast.
To stay updated with Q30 News all week long, please follow our Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube pages.
We'll see you next Wednesday with the latest in Quinnipiac and local news. Have a good night.